next guest is an actor, comedian, and podcaster with a beautiful head of red hair and a new stand-up comedy special called White Noise. It premieres on Hulu and Disney Plus a week from Friday. Please welcome Andrew Santino. You really look great. What have we here?
I'm a little embarrassed.
Why?
I don't own a suit, and I don't do this. I don't do late night. And
Okay.
I said, who is a similar body type? Who could I borrow a suit from? From my buddy Blake Griffin.
The NBA player, Blake
Yes.
Griffin.
Yes.
Oh,
and
okay.
I thought, red hair, we're both half black.
Uh-huh.
So it's ill-fitting, but...
You know what? I would have guessed it would fit worse than this. It's not too bad. And you have my Uncle Frank on
Hold
your
on. Are
your
you saying
lapel.
I'm fat? That was a fat joke?
No.
Yeah.
I just you know, he's like what, 6'8" or something like that?
6'8", I'm 6'1", that's not far off.
Hold on, let me see did you get it hemmed? You must have.
No, I did not.
You didn't?
No, this is standard. This is Uncle Frank. This is an Uncle Frank pitch.
This is my Uncle Frank, who
The
was a
best.
security guard on the show for many years.
The man.
I've heard this story from my cousins, and I would love to hear this story from you because this is not your first time at the show. It's the first time on the show.
That's right.
But not your first time at the show.
At the show, no. So I was a young comic 18 years ago. I was performing in Hawthorne at the Italian Bocce Festival. Anybody? Everybody? Good gig. Good gig. It was quite geriatric. It was tough, man. They were handing out pacemakers when you showed up, and I went out there and bombed so bad, and I was sitting on the side sulking, and this man's arm came up and touched me on the shoulder, and I turned around, and it was your Uncle Frank. And he said, oh, that was terrible. That was so bad. And I said, I know. I'm very aware. I was there, too. And he said, you're going to be good one day. You do have it. And he goes, you know who'd love you? Jimmy. And I said, I want to meet him. He goes, come to the show. So he brought us to the show. You and your girlfriend? Me and my girlfriend. We took the train. We got off right there at Stab and Fentanyl Way right there. And he brought us to the VIP, and I said, Frank Potenza left us tickets, and the woman holding the clipboard was like, no, he didn't. And they went and got him. He came out, and he brought us to the show, and we sat like right there, right where you are, ma'am. We sat where you are.
Wow.
You too one day could make it.
You were discovered by my Uncle Frank.
Yeah, your Uncle Frank.
Pretty incredible.
Yeah.
And then you spend a little time with him, or was that
Yeah, he kind of chatted us up. He was hitting on my girlfriend a lot.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah,
that sounds right. Yeah.
It was a little much. Yeah, they ended up hooking up, but it was fine. Whatever.
Well, you've come a long way.
I have.
And you talk about, I watched your special. It's very funny.
Thank you.
You spoke about your dad.
Yeah.
Who, you have a... I don't know if you really did this. I'm curious to know, but I have to say, I turned to my wife as we were watching your special, and I said, "Oh, that is a great prank. Something that you did to your dad."
Well, yeah. Well, my dad liked to bully us a lot when we were kids, and he liked to embarrass us. So now I have the power, you know, and I buy him stuff I know he can't use. Like I Bluetooth, we Bluetooth the whole house. The entire house is Bluetooth. And he'll call me and be like, the Bluetooth doesn't work. And I'm like, oh, you got to reset it. And he's like, what do you do? I'm like, you have to unplug everything in the house. And he'll go around, he'll unplug everything. And my mom was like, what about the fridge? I'm like, get that out of the wall. That's got to go. That's sucking up all the Bluetooth. That thing's got to go out of the wall, man.
And how is his health, your dad?
He's good. He beat prostate cancer, so yay to that. We love it. He's good.
That's very good news.
And he's a lovely man. He's from the South. He calls himself a Hill William, not a hillbilly. He's a fancy boy.
Very classy.
But he's gotten much better, and now we're like able to go do stuff. Last year, I took him to a Monday Night Football game. He had never been to Monday Night Football, and I was like, we should go. Let's like make a night of it. And we went out and we got absolutely hammered. I mean,
with your dad?
Oh my God, yeah, dude, he's a bad boy. And we got smoked, and then we were at the bar late night having one for the ditch, as he says. And it's kind of a bad phrase when you think about it. But we were drinking at the bar, and we were both leaning on the bar, and he kept looking at me like a dad does, you know? And I was like, what are you gonna say you love me? Like, what's going on? And he leaned in and he was like, I'm pissing right now. So.
That's just as good.
He's back, baby.
I noticed in the credits, Peyton Manning is one of the executive producers of your special.
Very good friend of mine. Very old
How did
friend
that
of
come
mine.
to happen?
You know, Peyton, hilarious. Everybody knows he's
He is
very
a funny guy,
Funny
yeah.
guy. He wanted to get more into producing comedy specials. He was a fan, and it's kind of a full circle moment because my dad went to University of Tennessee. Peyton went to UT, go Vols. And when I was a young lad and Peyton was there, my dad was able to get us into the locker room because he knew the offensive line coach, and I met Peyton Manning, I don't know, 30 years ago, something like that. It was like almost 30 years ago. It's a full circle moment. I met Peyton and his Manning. He was naked in the his
nice.
penis had a wristband with play calls on it. A lot of out routes.
And at that time, 30 years ago, as a child, you said, one day I would love you to produce my comedy special.
Yeah, and he was like, stop staring at my penis.
Why did you shoot the show in Minneapolis? You're not from Minneapolis.
I'm from Chicago.
Yeah.
What, is it Minneapolis right there? There they are. Oh, the lady in the seat! The lady in the seat! Lady!
That's your seat.
That's my seat. Minneapolis. And this is very Prince. This is very Prince.
It is very Prince, yeah.
I love Minneapolis. There's a lot of cities I've fallen in love with as I tour as a comic, but something about that city did it to me. And it's just, I love the vibe of it, the culture. You know, they're Midwest, they're sweet, they're fun, and they'll talk behind your back, which I love. I love that. But they're great people. I love Minneapolis, and I just thought every time I go back, I really enjoy it. And it was tough to do. We shot at the Pantages Theater. Wonderful, but my agent, who's backstage, one of them, is a moron. And and they booked me the same night as Shane Gillis was playing an arena and Kevin Hart was playing a field house. So they're fired. They're fired. It's unbelievable.
You wound up with all the people who couldn't get tickets?
Yeah, we recruited what you do off Hollywood Boulevard. We were like, come on in. Come on in. We'll take them all. Come on.
I'll have you know, we get most of our audience from bocce tournaments in Hawthorne. Well, it's great to have you here. Congratulations on everything. The stand-up special is called White Noise. You can watch it on Hulu and Disney Plus a week from Friday. Andrew Santino will be back with Gigi Perez. Guillermo, do you know how many subscribers we have on YouTube now?
20 million.
That's right. Yeah, that's why we're wearing these glasses. Thanks for being a subscriber. If you're not, help us get to 20,000,001.